friends, welcome back to my channel. I have been wanting to make this video for quite some time. As some of you may know, I moved into this new studio back in March of 2016, but it is now July and I still have not given you a studio tour. You can check out my moving video and I'll link it below, but I really wanted to have this place perfectly set up and ready to show you. But what I've realized in being here for several months is that it is a working studio and it's a work in progress. I am not really a neat freak to say. I am somewhat organized, but it might seem like things are in disarray, but I usually know where everything is. So it's eclectic and it's a mix of stuff, but I wanted to show you a tour before it got to be too late and I was moving out of this place and you didn't get to see it at all. So bear with me. Please understand that it is a work in progress. It is a working studio, so there are piles in different places. It's not super neat by any means. If nothing else, maybe it'll make you feel a little bit better about the space that you have to use as your creative nook or room or whatever amount of space that you have dedicated to creating and working and making things happen. So just to give you some background, I moved into this space that another company was already in. So if you hear a little bit of background noise, it's because I share the space. They are an event planning company. I met one of the owners at a Mommy and Me class that I attended with Jack when he was a teeny tiny baby. And I saw the opening for a studio mate, and there are two separate rooms in here, and I moved in March, and it worked out because we are planning on renovations for our house. So we're gonna do some renovating of the old studio, and we have plans in place to do some other things that we need to work on, and this was a really good time. It is a little bit out of my budget, but we were able to make it work, and I think that kind of pushing myself to rent a place outside of my home has really made me value the time that I have here and to make the space work for me. I had originally planned on getting all new furniture, all new stuff, and then I decided, you know what, I'm just going to uproot everything that I have in my studio and bring it here, see how it works. If it doesn't, then I'll get new things. And it turns out that we've been able to work in here with all the existing stuff that I already had, so I didn't have to buy anything. I didn't have to spend money on new furniture, especially since we are probably only going to be here until the end of February 2017. So it's not really that much time when you think about it, but it is enough time to get settled in a way that works for me, but isn't the perfect way to show you. So forgive me for that. I just thought it'd be better and easier if you could see exactly what's going on in here, how my stuff is set up, and I could do this video for you really quickly. So I hope you enjoy it. Let's go to the tour. I thought I'd actually start off with what I was looking at when I was talking to you. So I set up this tripod right here. I have one studio light. I turned off the overhead lights because it casts weird shadows. I think that's okay, but this is what I'm looking at. So the camera was up here, and then you were looking at me, and I was standing over here. This is the background that I used for CHA 2016 in Anaheim with American Crafts, and it's from my Better Together line, and you can see that it's actually not secure against the wall. We tried to make it secure, but it doesn't actually stay up. And I learned that because we had some stuff on these shelves here that were actually pretty heavy, and they fell about a week after I moved in. Here we have just random pieces of paper that I was working on. Oh, these are just designs that I drew up. I don't know why it's sitting there, but it is. This is a client box of pages, and then here is the same client's photos that need to be put onto scrapbook pages. I also have a stack of t-shirts right here, and then some minted bags and some more client stuff. So there are definitely piles, and this is what I was embarrassed to show you, but I thought, you know what, we're friends here, right? So let's just be honest and show you exactly how it looks. And then I've got an iron and a little gift bag that I got. Oh, my Project Life kit from Better Together, which I actually shot a video for, but I haven't shown you guys yet. Yeah, So there are some balloons, which you saw us put these up. They were the first things that went up in the studio. And then 2 days after I moved in, or maybe the day after I moved in, I actually left town for Canada. So I had Jamie come and set this up. All right, so if you want to turn around, so just to give you some point of reference, that's where I was standing. There's my desk that I usually work at. And here is another desk. And this was the main table I used to shoot in my old studio. This is the one with the white covering. It's a stainless table. I've got just supplies here, and I think that this part of it is great, but it could definitely be a little bit better organized. I mean, look, it's organized. There's just piles and lots of stuff everywhere. The thing that bothers me the most about this whole studio is this shelf back here. I don't like it. I think it's an eyesore, but hey, right now it functions. I've got these creative options containers labeled with what's exactly in them. I have the Better Together line right here, samples, stickers, just random stuff. Anne-Marie sorted my stamps, and so that was nice. But really, look, this is just like piles, and there's a bunch of photos over there. I don't like the way it looks. These are actually cardstocks, foam core, that I use for backgrounds. And then there is a bunch of giveaway stuff down there. Over here, we have the heat sealing and t-shirt and another desk for somebody to sit at, corner, along with a printer. This is the printer that does the sublimation, and I think I should probably hang this up somewhere at some point. But when I come into the office, basically I put all my stuff down right by my desk, and that's all happening right here. Actually, let's turn off the studio light and then go turn on this one. So working in here with this overhead light is fine. It's just when I shoot myself, it casts a little bit of shadow. Although I did see in Lauren Toyota's video when we were both crafting here, it's not that bad. So I think that I'm going to try to set up the tripod right here so that you guys can see this as a background maybe, or it might be too busy. So this is the table where we do a lot of our projects that don't need to be filmed. And then I've got a bunch of supplies down here like punches, and look at this mess. So there are creative options containers and a lot of thickers. More albums over here on this side. This is another box from a client for their trip to the Galapagos Islands. We'll probably put together 2 scrapbooks for them. And then this shelf is actually something that was already here in the studio. So Jamie was able to display stuff really nicely on it, and I love that my typewriter is down there. I also have another typewriter on this side for display. And then these IKEA carts are great because this one is sort of an art cart, and all of the items on here have to do with artsy fartsy stuff. And I use a little Teaks box right down there as my doorstop when I have this door open. So if you come around here, this is what I was looking at. And then this is the paper rack that came from the studio as well. Lots of pattern papers on here. Really fun. Some of them old designs that I just can't get rid of. Like, look at this Hambly. Oh my gosh. And then some of the new designs. So we decided to make this side my Amy Tangerine side with all the different collections. And then there's a Project Life album. When you first walk in, this is what it looks like. So I usually sit there at this desk, and then I have all that behind me. I'm actually going to take this light back out and then show you the other room before we come back in here. This is where I do most of the over-the-table stuff for the YouTube videos. Right here on this white table, I turn off this overhead light and turn these 3 lights on. These are the Dayflow Easy Lights. They are great, and I will link them below. We've got the washi tape cart, and then a desk that's supposed to be clean, but it's not. My sewing machine's on that side. I still have yet to hang this. So this is where I work most of the time, at this desk. Various notebooks. to-do lists, another notebook, day designer. Snacks, anyone? Cute cards, cute stickers, camera charger, cute notes. So I hope you enjoyed that tour of the studio. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up. Leave any questions and comments below. Do you feel better about your space now, seeing how messy mine is? Yeah, I thought so.